on a Zeppelin, the Gypsy Queen. We were carrying air samples we'd collected in Aberdeen, Dundee. A black Zeppelin was bearing down on us. We couldn't outrun them, and we were no match for their weapons. Captain Stokey had a plan to set me on a freight train that was chugging up an incline. Once the engine reached the peak, it would begin to pick up speed and then head into mountains where the tracks weaved in and out of tunnels.
I'm lining up above the cool hoppers. I'll get ready.
Lower away. I was back in the wicker basket, being lowered to the train below. The black Zeppelin was closing in. I could see the reflections of their weapons, some weird-looking contraptions that could probably vaporize me while I was in midair. We were above the train. The cars were swaying from side to side as I was swinging back and forth. I figured it'd be sheer luck that I'd land in a cool hopper. If we could get close enough, I'd jump the rest of the way, but I didn't have a chance. Something was hissing above my head. The black Zeppelin had closed in. Their Tesla gun was sizzling the cable that held the wicker basket I was sitting in. The cable suddenly snapped, and down I went, right into an empty cool hopper. I went tumbling to the bottom. Their sizzler began to sweep the sides of the hopper. It was then that the train dove into a tunnel. The black Zeppelin swerved away, almost crashing into the side of the mountain. Ha! We left that sucker behind.
Hello, Cocking Cowpotters Traveling Coronation Circus and Mechanical Menagerie. Cocking speaking.
This is Lady Chatterley. I've been told you are interested in Lord Bartholomew Burdick.
Yes, I am. Who is he?
He is a media mogul.
He offered to buy my circus.
He enjoys owning many things.
His offer was quite generous.
What did you say?
I said no, it wasn't for sale.
Was that an emphatic no?
I hope so.
And what did he say?
He said his next offer will be considerably less.
Yes, that sounds like Burdick.
I believe it was a threat.
Well, circus accidents do happen.
I see.
I suggest that you appear to be considering his kind offer. Now, I'd like to speak to Professor Fotsfots.
He's not here, but I'll have him return your call.
Oh, please do. It is important. Goodbye.
It was pitch black inside that tunnel. That was okay with me, except when we came back out, the black Zeppelin was still following. I realized I better get out of that hopper and find a safer place. But as I started to climb out, the train headed into another tunnel. I figured I may as well wait until we were back in the daylight again. That was a mistake. They must have known that once we were out of the tunnel, there was a long, level stretch before we'd be back inside the mountain again. The black Zeppelin was lowering a couple of guys down on ropes. One of them was trying to land in my cool hopper. I still had my disruptor. It's cumbersome, but when push comes to shove... Ha! I zapped him while he was out there swinging in midair. Ha! There were 3 more thugs dropping down, but they were playing it safe, descending at the back of the train, too far away for my zapper. And once again, the train dove into another tunnel.
Hello, Lady Chatterley speaking.
Lady Chatterley, this is fucking Footfoots here.
Professor Fotsfots?
Yes, quite, that's right.
Good. Let's drop the formality, Farking. I want you to contact a woman by the name of Lulu.
Lulu?
Yes, Lulu.
Just Lulu?
Yes, just Lulu.
But surely Lady Chatterley, she must have a proper name.
Fräulein Lulu Baron Feuchtenschneider.
Oh, well, Lulu it is.
You will find her at the Hoochie Coochie Club.
Hoochie Coochie Club.
I must warn you, Lulu is a spy.
A spy?
She works for us, but I believe she may be playing all sides.
A double or a quadruple agent?
And one more thing, Farking. I suggest you modify your disguise.
My disguise?
Lulu has a weakness for what I believe you call hard-boiled dicks.
Oh, you mean a private detective?
Can you play a dick, Farking?
I'm certain I could try.
Good. But watch yourself. Lulu can be quite the heathen.
Lulu sounds like a woman who is...
A little taste of heaven and one-way ticket to hell.
Very good. Now, the code word is sweetheart.
Oh, sweetheart, as you say.
No, not that sweetheart.
Oh, you mean...
Sweetheart.
Oh, that's lovely barking.
Might I ask why I'm doing this, Lady Charlie?
Lulu is the mistress of Lord Bartholomew Burdock.
The medium old.
The same. Do you understand German?
Verstehe ich Deutsch.
Good. Lulu has a weakness for the type of man one will find in a penny pop.
A hard-boiled dick.
Exactly. Remember, tonight, the Hoochie Coochie Club.
Right. Sweetheart.
We came out of the tunnel and were back in the open. The black Zeppelin was still following, but no one was swinging from the ropes. I figured they were back at the end of the train, making their way toward me. It was time to climb out of my cool hopper. I popped my head up and looked around. If I could make my way to the front of the train, I could buy some time. As I climbed out and started to move along the side of the cool hoppers, I could see the black Zeppelin moving in again. I figured they were trying to get within range to sizzle me off the side of the train. And sure enough, I saw a flash, and then a pale white beam of light splashed above me. I felt a little tingle, but that was all. We were back in another tunnel again. When we came out, the black Zeppelin was following. They were signaling to someone, probably to the thugs they dropped off at the back of the train. Why were they so intent on getting to me? Was it just to get this mask I had taken? That made no sense. At least not then. I was slowly making my way to the front of the train. It was a hell of a long train. And then we started around a long curve, and that's when I realized I was in the open. A zap passed over my head. I could see him back there, hanging on the side of a cool hopper. So you want to play? Okay. Hey, here I am. Give me your best shot. And sure enough, he took it. But he didn't know I can slow time. I watched the beam as it wobbled toward me. It would have been a pretty good shot. I slid aside as it splashed against the side of the car, sizzling the paint. Ha! Missed! Suck on this, sucker! Gotcha! So, 2 down, 2 to go. But I don't think the last 2 will be that easy. That's when I noticed the faces, carved into the rocks. They were the same as on the masks of Aberdeen Dundee. The city of lost illusions.